Heard you had some rap, but you fucked it up. Oh, heard I made them mad, but I don't get no fuck. Pull out, do the dash, in that Bentley truck. What you know about spending racks on your double cup? Heard you had some rap, but you fucked it up. Oh, heard I made them mad, but I don't get no fuck.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Industry's Most Wanted.
And I heard we got ATL in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Levels checking in.
For sure.
Give me some
Levels.
love.
How you doing
Boom.
this morning?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you for being here.
For sure. I was told to be on time.
And you was. He was early.
For sure.
Gambino knows how I am about that. Sometimes when you tell them to be here at 12:45, they get here at like 1:30. I'm like, it's over with now. So listen, I appreciate you being here. I'm excited to really build with you, get to know you, understand your journey. But, you know, without further ado, man, give us a breakdown of who you are.
What's going on? My name is Levels. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. 21. I'm from the 4 Zone 4 stand up. You know, we here. I'm just putting on. I'm trying to keep the shit, keep it in motion.
There you go.
And just keep going.
So let's break this down. There's a lot of people that tap into my podcast that are not from Atlanta, right? Tell them what Zone 4 is, because a lot of them don't understand that, you know, Zone 1 through 6 out here. They don't know what that is. Break that down for them.
Well, Zone 4 is like the western part, but like southwestern ain't really the south side. It's the west side. So from the Bluff, I say, to the west end, and then it go from Zone 3. On all the other zones, but yeah, I'm from Zone 4, Cascade, Covington Road, Fairburn Road. That's my stumping ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, so you grew up out that way.
For sure.
Talk to us about it. You know, take us back. I know you're still young now, but, you know, talk to us, you know, growing up, elementary, middle school. What was it like for you out there?
I actually went to elementary school and middle school on the east side. So that's how I done connected with a lot of people.
Dope.
Just from like being in the area, Metro Atlanta area. So I really went to school on the east side, but nothing like Zone 4. Like, it's a lot of different type of people over there, a lot of different type of atmospheres. Like, it's the hood, and you got nice houses, then you got, it's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of mixture. I like that.
I do too. I was just about to say, that's what I love about Atlanta so much, and that's what brought me here, is because it's just like the culture is so amazing to me here. I'm an OG. I'm your elder. I've been coming out here since the 90s, right? When I was a teenager. And, man, I fell in love with the city. I told myself back then, I said, I'm going to live there one day. I loved everything about it. And so many people here are embracing, especially with what I do. I moved here in 2013, and it's been on and popping since. So
that's a blessing.
It is a blessing. I love this city. I love you, Atlanta.
I love y'all too.
So let's talk about, you know, before music became that passion for you, was there anything else that you were aspiring to do? I know a lot of youngins, they like sports and other stuff like that. What was it for you?
I'll say, like, it was definitely sports. I'm very athletic.
Yeah.
I wish I would have stayed focused and would have kept playing, but I was real good in any sport.
Okay.
Put my money on me, like.
Yeah. You was fast? You was dusting them?
Fast. It wasn't even fast. It was quick, like. But, yeah, music, sports. Mama made sure we stay active doing something.
Yes.
So I used to be an active kid for sure.
That's so important. I'm a big advocate of that because I was a single mom and I have a son, and I always, from elementary on up, I kept him involved in something, you know, because I was like, I really want him to take the right route because it could go one or two ways. So, you know, shout out to your mom for keeping you active and, you know, playing a major role and part inside your life because, man, the streets is rough out here, right?
Definitely. Shout out to Kim. Sure.
So let's talk about when music started piquing your interest. You know, we all like music, but when did it start becoming an interest for you, like on a personal level?
When I realized it started to make me happy.
Yeah.
Like when I could listen to an artist song and I could feel what they saying.
Yeah.
Word from word, like that's when I started like tapping into music for real. And I first started making beats.
Oh, okay.
I liked it making beats because I used to play the drums at church.
Dope, okay.
So I always had my rhythm. So one day I was making a beat and somebody I knew had took me to the studio, and it was a real deal studio. Like, it wasn't like no closet studio. It was the real one.
It wasn't in somebody's shed or nothing like that.
Exactly. So me seeing that young, I fell in love with it. Like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like you said, walking into a real deal studio, like as a child, you're captivated. You're like, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Take us back, man. Pay homage. Who from Atlanta had some inspiration or influence on you artist wise?
Artist wise, definitely you got it. Definitely Future, Outkast, T.I., like all the GOATs. But
Yeah.
my favorite artist, he's not from Atlanta. I gotta shout him out. His name Meek Mill. Like
Okay.
back then, he's still the GOAT now.
She definitely is.
He was the GOAT then. Like he had my ear
Absolutely.
for sure.
And like Philly is really like, man, producing a lot of superstars.
Uzi.
A lot of superstars. In fact, all three of my guests that were here yesterday were from Philly.
Hard.
Like just, man, like so much. So what about Meek Mill is it that really like, keeps you tapped in, tuned in? Pay homage to him real quick because we're going to make sure he sees this.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie, like that's how I kind of got my name, Levels. From
Yeah.
that song he had called Levels. Like
Oh, okay.
I was like, I'm trying to live like that.
Nah, for real.
No cap. So like that's kind of where I got my name from, that song. Just listening to his trials and tribulations, we kind of was going through the same thing. Like, so I was like, if he can do it, I definitely can do it.
Period. And I love the fact that you absolutely know and understand that because we can. Like, no matter what situation life throws at us, don't use as an excuse. Figure it out and find a way.
Figure it out, find a way. It might take
Period.
some time,
Yeah.
but God gonna figure it out for you.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with it taking time because I'm a big believer in, anything great does take time.
For sure.
Anything that happens instantly, we as human, we want instant gratification. We want to wake up tomorrow and be a billionaire, but it don't work like that. We got to work for it because guess what? We appreciate it more when we actually work for it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
If it fall out the sky, you ain't gonna cherish it.
No, that's facts. I've learned that, being a small business owner, people don't appreciate, not everyone, I ain't gonna say everyone, but most people don't appreciate stuff they don't invest in. If you just hand it to them for free, it's like, yeah, they'll throw it on the shelf, because it's like they ain't paying nothing. There's no monetary value behind it.
Exactly.
So you out here working, you on your grinds.
Working.
So since you started taking music on a man, I like the name Levels, first of all. We're going to talk about that. But since you started taking it on a serious level, them levels, leveling up, you know what I'm saying? Have you put any full projects out?
Not any full projects, but I got a lot of singles out. I got like 10 singles out.
Okay.
And I got like 5 features out. So I just been trying to work, get in my groove.
Yeah.
Because by the time I drop my project, EP, whatever it is, I want to go crazy.
Absolutely. I think you're doing it the right way. You want to build up, a little buzz, fan base, you know what I'm saying? Because putting a whole body of work out takes a lot of time, money, energy, etc. You want to make sure you got a lot of people tapping into it.
For sure.
So let's talk about some of the singles that you've released to bring people up to speed, people who may not be familiar with the movement yet. What was the last couple singles you put out?
Last single I just put out was called Double Cup. It was produced by Zay Cross.
Okay.
I like that record. It gave me like kind of Detroit vibes.
Okay.
And then I dropped the record called Twin Time. It ain't even gotta be. You don't gotta have a twin. It could be your friend. It could be your mom. You gonna relate to it because it's like a family type song. Like
Yeah.
I like that song a lot. Called Twin Time. My producer produced it. Shout out to Marcus Hill. That's his real name.
Okay.
Johnny Depp. I also got another song out called Bye. He produced it. I got a lot of singles out. They sound real tough.
So for people who haven't had the opportunity to hear your music yet, and I always like to say yet because we putting them all the way on game, right?
So
When they tune in and listen for the first time, I know you probably have different types of music, right? But what do you want them to get from it? What do you want them to feel when they listen to Levels for the first time?
I feel like my music is feel good music. So when
Yeah.
you listening to it, you gonna get the feeling good. Like you don't need to smoke no weed, you don't
Yeah.
gotta drink no alcohol. You gonna instantly feel good.
Yeah.
You gonna be like, okay, cool, For sure.
I like that because guess what? There's enough like craziness and ugliness going on in the world. We need to be able to turn the music to be able to feel good.
For sure.
It's a universal language.
Because that's how I started liking music, because of feel good music.
Right. You did say that earlier on. You like how it made you feel. So with that being said, like, where does your inspiration or ideas, like if one of your producers sends you some beats and you listen through them, how do you come up with the concept of what you're going to put on that particular track?
I try to really just go with the beat, and I try to go with the beat, talk along with the beat.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to fight with the beat, basically.
It's your friend, not your enemy.
Exactly.
No, that's dope. Now, what is your creative process? Do you normally come up with the hook first and build around it? How does the song come together, or does it vary?
It really varies for different songs, because I'm really big on writing. I know a lot of people are like, I don't write. But
I hear that a lot.
I'll write though. I'll write a hook and then freestyle the verse, or I might write a verse and then try to come up with a hook. It's just different. But lately I've been trying to integrate and do both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to do what works for you. Mm-hmm. That way you can master it. Like if you sitting down and writing before you get in the studio works for you, then that's what you got to do. I'm not an artist, but I think if I was, I definitely would be a writer.
Yeah, definitely. I want to write for other people too. So
yeah,
I like
okay.
Writing. And I like to switch up the flow. Like, I don't want to keep hearing the same ABC.
Oh my goodness. Give me some love on that one.
Sure.
Boom. Every 4 bars, give me something different.
Gotta switch it up.
Yeah, like anybody that ever watches any of my interviews, I talk about it, I think every interview, you gotta switch your flows up. You have to, because it makes the song more intriguing. It's going to keep people engaged. You sound the same all the way through. It's like,
Be ready to turn it off.
Nah, for real. It becomes an average song. You know what I'm saying? But, you got levels. You leveling up.
I tell you.
And I know that you said that Meek Mill's music was an inspiration for that. But break it down for us. Like, the name is Levels, and I'm big on leveling up. That's what it's all about. Exactly. What does your name really mean to you?
So you just kind of described it. So it's like, just keep going up, keep going to a new level. Even if it's just one level, it's still going up. It's still increasing. So like, I just feel like that's what you should do in life with everything, every situation. You should keep trying to level up, keep trying to increase, keep trying to gain. Even if you stand at the same spot, don't decrease.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's going to be times in our career or life where we feel like we're a little stagnant, but at least you're not going backwards.
Not going backwards.
When you get to those points, because we all experience that, you just figure out, okay, what do I need to do to take me to that next level?
And you putting your plan together.
Right. It's a blueprint. We got to have a strategy. You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
What are some other things? Let's take it, slightly personal. Outside of music, when you're not in the studio recording, when you're not here with me, what else can we get you doing? What else you like to do?
I like bowling.
Okay.
I like paintballing.
Are you good at them?
I'm good at bowling. I ain't really too much good at paintballing.
It kind of hurts Slick a little bit.
Like, you having fun.
Yeah.
You get hit. Like, I don't even want to play no more.
You have like bruised dots on you.
I'm telling you, don't even want to play no more.
But it's cool though. I think just to get your adrenaline going.
I like 2K.
Okay.
I would say I like PS5. I don't like Madden. I like 2K.
Okay, so you like your video games.
Yeah, I like 2K. What else? I like ice cream.
What flavor?
I like Oreo ice cream.
Oh.
Oreo does it every time.
You cannot go wrong. Just a quick side story, ever so quickly. My very first job when I was 16 years old was at Dairy Queen.
I love Dairy Queen.
Yes, the Oreo Blizzards are clutch, right?
With the cheesecake in it. What is a cheesecake factory?
Nah, for real. But I ask you that because a lot of times artists don't think about taking what they like to do outside of music and somehow incorporating it into their music. For example, you like to play video games. Okay, guess what? We need to get one of your songs in 2K.
Exactly. I got to figure out how to do it though.
Well, who do you distribute through? Who do you distribute? I can't even talk. Who do you distribute your music through?
I distribute my music through Rock Nation. They have an independent side of their record label where they work with independent artists.
Okay.
So that's who I'm signed to, Equity Distribution. I also work with Hitmaker Distro. So them the two people who distribute my music. So
Talk to somebody if you can get a representative or if you already have one to see if that's something they offer, because typically your distribution company can help you with stuff like that. Like I know United Masters, they send out opportunities for artists to get their music in video games, commercials, ESPN. So talk to whoever your representative is and see if that's something that they offer. Because they're the ones that usually have those type of connections for you, because like, you know, that would be a big opportunity.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine playing your game. Playing the video game, you hear your song.
And your music's in there.
It's crazy.
Dairy Queen commercial, come on. It's got your anthem in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just some stuff to think outside the box. You're going to incorporate one thing that you love into something else that you love.
That's a good idea. Thank you for that.
Man, boom.
So
We're going to make it happen. We're going to hear him worldwide. Do you still actively make beats?
I do. I actually, every song I done made, we done made the beat with my producer, Johnny Depp. And Zay Cross, we done made the beat from scratch in the studio.
I love it.
Like in there, I'm rapping, they making the beat over what I'm saying. Then we all just put it together. It'd be done like in an hour and a half, something like that. But it'd definitely be from scratch. And
the chemistry is there.
exactly.
Do one of those guys engineer your music for you as well?
Marcus ain't finna record me, but Zaya definitely record me.
And then who does your mixing and mastering?
I got a guy named Dustin Cicero.
Okay.
And another guy named Timothy Jett. They doing a good little job of making me sound right, sound up to par.
That's one of the most important parts in what you got going on. You have to have a fire engineer that's
Facts.
gonna mix and master, because you're a dope artist.
Facts.
But if you got a mediocre engineer, they're not gonna bring your sound to the quality that you needed.
And I ain't gonna lie, I know what I'm doing on Pro Tools.
So is that something that you want to tap into doing? Maybe at some point, learning how to mix and master?
Oh yeah, definitely. I go to Georgia State right now for
Audio
business.
sound?
Business. I major in business, but we learn about audio engineering.
There you go.
So I done took a class. Like I kind of know what I'm doing, but with that mixing and mastering, it's a lot of stuff
Whew.
into it.
It is. Trust me. I've sat in on studio sessions before, and just looking at Pro Tools itself, I'm
It
like,
can confuse you.
it is confusing. Like they be scrolling through it and moving this and moving that. I'm like, I don't know what they doing. I'm gonna leave that to them.
I tell you.
I'm like, no, I'm good on that. But do you know how to record yourself if you had to?
Yeah, definitely. I record myself. I be at the big studios. I record myself. They be like, "How are you doing that, Levels?" I'm alone too, so sometimes I don't even want nobody in the studio with me. So I'll come out the studio with 3-5 songs. They be like, "How did you just do that?" I don't even know. I just like paying attention. So just seeing somebody else knowing what they doing.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, me too.
So if
Big time.
Exactly. So if somebody show me how to do something, I'm gonna know how to do it. So I definitely like recording myself. So if I'm with an engineer who's mediocre or don't know what they doing, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of get irritated. Come like, I could do it by myself.
Of course, exactly. And that's why at some point in time, yeah, definitely learn how to do that more. That way, hey, as we said, as much as you can do yourself, figure it out. You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
And that could become a business for you.
Another source of income.
Another source of income. You could be mixing and mastering for other people. You could have a little home set up and do that. You don't have to necessarily be in a big studio for that. As long as you got some good speakers, decent headphones, and some Pro Tools, you good.
Good.
Definitely. Now, I heard you just mention that a lot of times when you're in the studio, you like to be in there by yourself. I'm with you on that. I think when you're in a creative space, it's always good to either be alone or just minimize the amount of people around you, because I think if you got 6-7 of your homies in there and they talking and they smoking and they putting thoughts in your mind, it could somewhat sway how your music comes out. How important is it to you to have that creative space by yourself from time to time?
Oh, from time to time, I be loving it because I can try new things without having nobody opinion and just play and be like, oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Instead of somebody being like, nah, do it this way. So, but I do like going to the studio with a lot of people, though, because I'm kind of comfortable.
Yeah.
Nah, I can just, I won't feel no type of way.
Right. Probably depends on what type of song you're working on, right?
Yeah.
If you're working on something real personal, then you probably want to be solo dolo. But if you're working on a turn-up record, you probably want to have your partners in there
Turn up.
to turn up with you.
Yeah,
Most definitely. That's what's up. So you got singles out right now. What about videos? You got any videos that people can go check out?
I do. It's on my YouTube, Levels. I got a video for every song I got out, actually.
That's hard.
Every song I got out right now, I got a video. That's what I'm trying to be on so I can show you what's going on. Want to see it.
Nah, for real, because we're definitely in a visual era. You know, people want to see what you got going on. Now, when it comes to shooting your videos, do you have a particular videographer that is your go-to, or you work with different people?
Yeah, I like working with different people. Whoever hard, let's do it.
Do you come up with the concept for it? Do you write the treatment for it, or do you allow them to have that visual for you?
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'm about to stop doing it. I need other people ideas.
Yeah.
I want to work. I want to see what somebody else got going on.
Absolutely. Right. Because, you know, and I think it's, you know, maybe you guys will even come together on it. You know, like you can kind of tell them this is what I have in mind, and maybe they can add to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
I want to start like shooting movies, slick movies, like in integrating comedy in my videos.
Okay. Are you funny?
I don't want to say I'm funny, but like I know how to joan. Not try to joan them. Take your ass out.
Then I promise you I'm not going to, because you're going to roast me.
But yeah, putting like funny stuff in my videos, just stuff like that to keep people watching. And
Absolutely. Because people like to laugh.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said, what was the most recent visual that you put out?
Most recent video was Double Cup, but I shot Double Cup 2021.
Okay.
Twin Time, I just shot that video during the summertime. That's the latest video, Twin Time.
Is it out yet?
It's out. It's out on
already
YouTube.
out?
It was actually on BET Jams.
Okay, big congrats on that.
MTV, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
MTV. So I like that video. That video is a very eye-intriguing video. Like,
Did
you
you
gonna
shoot
play
that
it back.
here in Atlanta?
I shot one scene in Atlanta and I shot the rest in California.
Ooh. Now that's a vibe right there.
I love Cali.
Something. Yeah, me too. It's so beautiful out there. Certain areas, just the weather's nice all the time.
Exactly. Never cold out there.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Slick, being from Florida, that's what I miss, because it rarely gets like cold out there. You know what I'm saying? We have nice
Yeah.
weather a lot out there.
Out here, you don't know where to put a jacket on.
It's bipolar.
You don't know what's going on.
I learned, listen, the first year that I moved to Atlanta was in 2013, and that winter was the winter that the interstate iced over and people were stuck out there for years. Seemed like years, for hours. I was like, dang, this is what I moved to? And ever since then, like we said, it's bipolar. One day it's hot, next day it rains, the next day it's cold.
When the last time it snowed like that?
I think it's been a couple years. Like last year, we barely got a little tiny bit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen snow in Atlanta in a long time.
Yeah, not no real deal snow.
We gotta go to the bluffs. See Curtis snow in the bluff.
Man, shout out to him. He was one of the first interviews that I did when I moved out here.
That's hard.
Yeah,
I used to go to school right there.
Did you really?
I used to go to Kennedy Middle School.
That is dope. Like, listen, it sounds like that you really like have been able to appreciate and enjoy a lot of the culture that's out here, and I love that.
Yeah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard you mention earlier, Outkast is definitely one of your inspirations. Future, of course, he was a part of the original Dungeon family. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. People gotta understand and respect this music business, this music culture, and it sounds like even though you're at a young age, you really understand the culture of it.
Yeah, people don't be respecting it.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't. And that is so important to me. That's why I love what I do, because I like catching artists or creatives early on in their career before they blow up. That way I can say I was a part of their journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, once they blow up, everybody wants to get at them then.
Facts.
No, I want to work with them when they still leveling up.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
So I like that.
We winded down 2022, man. What else you got coming up for the rest of this year? You got anything in the works?
I do. I got a single coming out called Cake. I shot that video on Cali too. That video is crazy. My boy The Visionary shot it. He going crazy. Shout out to him. I got Cake dropping. I gotta talk to management. I want to drop a little project. Gotta see though.
Maybe like a little 4 or 5 piece. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little 4 or 5 piece. Little Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Little Popeyes meal.
There you go. I mean, just a quick EP.
Yeah.
Because you can get through an EP slick in 15 minutes.
Facts.
If you got all your songs 2 to 3 minutes, that's 12 to 15 minutes. That's an easy listen. Because I've noticed that a lot of artists are making their songs shorter now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be the guy who made 2 verses too. Then I realized like these songs is 2 minutes.
Nah, for real. Some of them less than that. Like a minute and 45, you know, like getting shorter and shorter. I know that you're now linked with Gambino. Big shout out to him. He's, you know, he's a pivotal part of any artist career that's out here in Atlanta, does a lot of events and stuff like that. I know you just started working with him, but have you been attending like other events, showcases, networking, stuff like that?
Yeah, my guy AT from Kentucky, he been taking me to a lot of events, let me meet a lot of people from in Miami, Kentucky, Atlanta. Like he been let me meet a lot of pivotal people who could help me out.
Yeah.
I appreciate him for that, for sure.
Absolutely. And you have to have that. You have to have someone around you that's going to put you in the right positions, meet the right people. Throughout your journey, it sounds like you've been to a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the top? Which one did you enjoy the most?
I ain't gonna lie. Don't get mad at me. I just went to Miami like last year.
It's a whole vibe.
Miami is lit.
Yes.
I would sleep on Miami.
It is a whole vibe.
I used to be like, I want to go to Cali. Cause I used to go to Cali when I was younger a lot.
Right.
So I used to be in love with Cali, but I don't get mad at me. But Miami look better than Cali.
Miami is so dope. Me being from
Definitely.
Tampa, I've been to Miami so many times, and I agree with you. It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, I would sleep on that.
Did you get to do any type of music related stuff besides, like, did you you shot a video out there?
In Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Rolling Loud. I moved around out there a lot. I got a lot of family in Miami too. So I'm gonna be out in Miami a lot. So
I know that's right.
I'll tap in with me, make sure I'm straight.
Since you started doing music and taking it on a serious note, it sounds like, you definitely got a lot in order. You got the proper distribution. You got the right people around you. If you had to take a look back, is there anything about your journey that you would change?
I ain't gonna lie, not really, because I'm starting to. I already appreciate everything in life.
Yeah.
Cause we came in this world with nothing.
No, that's facts.
I appreciate everything in life, but like me seeing like this is really a grind. Like some people careers, you get a hit and you take off right then and there, but I know my situation is gonna be different and it's gonna be bigger.
Right.
Like I heard Young Thug say, I was already popping, but my album only did like 20K in the first week, and that humbled me. And
Yeah.
then he messed around and did like 200K, like his third, fourth album, something like that. So with me seeing him say that, and
That's right.
He like I was already getting like 50,000 a show. It's like that opened my eyes up. Like, okay, cool, you got to be patient.
And I love when an artist at his level is okay talking about stuff like that.
Like people like that would be something like some people are like they don't want to tell nobody.
They don't want to tell people to struggle.
Exactly.
They only want people to see and hear the good stuff. But it's like we're human. We all go through some sort of struggle in life, and it's okay to share that. Exactly. That just lets you know he's very comfortable with where he's at within his career. And again, like you said, it's an inspiration for you.
Facts, it's very much inspiration. And free Young Thug, free the whole YSL, free them boys.
Like I really gained a big respect for him when I first moved to Atlanta. My first hosting was at Magic City. I used to host there every week. And Thug used to come in there by himself, and just come in there and chill, grab something to eat, tip the girls. And I was like, man, I really he wasn't in there on no Hollywood stuff. He was just in there chilling. And I was like, man, I really like this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they be coming in there with their being on the Hollywood stuff. He wasn't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? So definitely free Young Thug.
Sure.
Free my guy Lucci too, man.
So nobody deserves to be locked up.
Nah, free the guys, especially when it's in situations where they weren't maybe, I don't even want to get too deep in it, but you get what I'm saying. Sometimes they're not even directly involved; they just got caught up in a bad situation. What is one thing about you that maybe your friends don't know? You probably got a lot of people tapping in. Give us something
That they don't know about
that
me?
they don't know about you.
That
you don't mind sharing.
My favorite color, pink.
Okay.
You see my pants?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Pants, pink, man. They ain't got these.
Nah, for real. Nah, that's big
Oh
facts.
yeah, and my shoes, pink too, Valentino.
Oh, those are
Oh,
hard.
thigh wow.
Yes.
And my Gucci socks, pink too.
Listen, he got the dope socks on. That's what I'm talking about. Now, so speaking, you dress fly. You look dope.
Thank you for sure.
Is that something you ever are interested in doing, and maybe like having your own clothing line, merch, or anything like that?
I actually want to get into modeling.
Okay.
I meant to say that earlier, like modeling. I love clothes. I love drip. My alter ego, people be calling me Lil Drip.
Little drip.
I like levels.
Yeah.
They like drip, so I just let them call me Drip. But yeah, I love clothes and just because you ain't really got to have on no $1,000 shoes or no a Mary pants. Just put it together the right way.
Absolutely, I agree. Especially when we out here hustling, a lot of times we be on a budget. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I think that you need to invest more into your craft than trying to look like. Some people go broke trying to look like they got money. You know what I'm saying?
Sad case.
Slick, and it's like, you know, when you make that extra, you know, you want to look fly. Maybe you could potentially become a brand ambassador for, you know, one of your favorite brands or something like that. You know, you got to just, the sky's the limit.
Facts.
You know?
Palm Angel, I need y'all on my team.
Say it one more time.
Palm Angel, listen, I done spent so much money with y'all. Please come tap in with me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these brands will look to, like, you know, musicians or influencers. I know for like Fashion Nova does that.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion Nova pays all these big influencers to rock their brands because they know if they see someone like Amber Rose wearing it and she's got a big fan base, they're like, oh, I got to go get it because she got it.
I'll tell you.
You know, oh, Levels got that new whatever. I got to go get it now.
Yeah.
So we throwing it out there to the universe, speaking it into existence. That's what it's all about, bro. Man, before we get up out of here, I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you.
Man, I can't wait to work with you more. You got such a humble spirit.
You too.
And
you done been working, and that's crazy. You got a right to pop it.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what will really carry you far in this business, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to work with someone who's got an a-hole attitude. You know what I'm saying? And it comes to a point where you got to be somewhat standoffish from people because you don't want to let too many people in, but keep that humble spirit.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you did a great interview too.
I appreciate you.
Most definitely. Tell them where they can follow you at, bro.
For sure. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, @1levels_, @1levels_. Y'all stay locked in. I got a lot of stuff coming before the end of the year. In 2023, oh yeah, we going all the way up.
All the way up.
I'm going to try to get y'all a project by the end of this year. I'm going to try.
5-piece.
If not, I'm going to try to drop a lot of more singles, but I got y'all.
I'm rooting for you. Let's get that 5-piece in motion.
For sure.
Boom. I got your back. Who you want to give a shout out to? Who you want to show some love to?
I want to shout out King Dorian. I want to shout out AT. I want to shout out Gambino. I want to shout out all my brothers, Mondudes, the whole Zone 4. Shout out you.
Man, one more time.
Shout out you.
I rock with you. Like, your energy is on 1,000,000.
For sure. Thank you. Shout out.
You just make me want to work with you more just because I love your energy.
I appreciate it.
I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm going to tell you about it later that I want to just hear you go.
For sure. Let's do it.
Man, because I love your energy.
And my last shout out everybody watching me. While watching this interview, I appreciate y'all. Y'all had to tap in.
Man, that's big facts right there. I love that. Last but not least, we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast, right?
Industry's
Better tell them.
Most.
So the biggest.
Wanted.
The biggest. But you got to let everybody know what makes Levels the Industry's Most Wanted.
I ain't gonna lie. I got it. Ain't nobody else got it. It's 1-on-1. It's no cap in my rap.
Yeah.
I ain't doing this to look cool. I'm already cool.
He already cool.
I can already get your girl.
Nah.
Crazy, man.
Straight like that.
Nah, I love music, so I can't wait to give it out to the world and help somebody through my music.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what it's all about, is if you can help one person, I mean, the goal is to help a lot, but if you helped at least one person, you did your job.
Facts.
Straight like that, man. One more time. I ain't gonna get enough of this. I love this guy right here.
Nah,
We up out of here, y'all.
Sure.